Okay, we are going to tap into the 1-1 portal and see what wants to come in, what wants to be shown. Hopefully you set some seeds of intention for the new year, and whatever is shown makes sense to you one way or another. So find a quiet position, start cleansing breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Nice slow breaths. Quiet the mind. Drop into your heart. Relaxing deeper and deeper. Start to regulate your breath. So you're going to allow Gaia to send a cord up to you, and she's going to come up into your auric field, enter your feet, up your calves to your knees, up your thighs, your hips, your root, your sacral, your solar. And she's going to anchor right into your heart. From here, you're going to send down an anchor. You're going to let that go down the solar, the sacral, the root, down your legs, down into Gaia. You're going to wrap around her heart-centered core, and you're going to anchor in as well. You're going to feel very grounded with one another. It's very supportive energy. Doesn't devour, just supports. You're not there to stabilize her. She's not there to stabilize you. Just to be with one another. This is a very trusted frequency. There is a common knowing that neither one of you will let go of one another. No matter what happens, you'll still be there, connected. So it's showing the earth and your being almost being tossed into the cosmos, turning and the cord between you and Gaia is very strong. And so it almost looks like a bigger planet with a little planet, and you being the little planet, just kind of spiraling into the cosmos. And both of you being very grounded within this topsy-turvy, allowing this shift to occur and knowing that you're going to end up exactly where you're meant to be. So we're just waiting on this topsy-turvy energy to slow down and find one's footing. And just take a deep breath. Allow that energy to slow down. To feel grounded in a place yet again. Feels like a shift. You know, either Dorothy with the tornado in the house and then landing in Oz, or Alice in Wonderland when she goes in a wormhole or a time loop and lands in Wonderland. And so both of you are very stabilized and non-moving again. And so we're going to return back into your consciousness, into your energetic body. Nice slow deep breath. It's very quiet where you are. It's very quiet in your mind. Very quiet in your body. Very peaceful. And you're still moving in the cosmos very slowly, no gravity, just very slow. And there is a dark blue hue coming towards you, or you're going towards it. And so from a black cosmos to this darker blue, you're going to enter. And it kind of reminds me of the blue. I think the original Pac-Man game was that navy blue with a bit of a digital glow to it. And once you've entered this fully, there's no more turning in your energy. There's no gravity, but you are upright. You're just floating into there. And sometimes I do see balls of fluorescent orange yellow, a lighter blue, red. And I do see bites getting taken out of these balls. And I hear the crunch, almost like a Pringles chip. And the markings of the bites, because it's not you that's biting them. They have a lot of teeth. But I did hear, don't bite off more than you can chew. And so you're floating through here. I just saw Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. I think he's the one that is biting those. And so you might want to look symbolic meaning of Stitch, or maybe it's a symbol for you. And I can hear his voice, almost like he's eating a cookie that was tasty. We're still floating forward. Allow your body to relax, your mind to stay still. We're going to go right into this Lilo or Stitch energy. So a lot of rebellion energy is here. And so sometimes we play by the rules, and other times the rules that are in place are silly. And sometimes we can have people trying to control other people, even though they're doing nothing really wrong. You know, maybe you think drinking is bad for the body, therefore you don't drink, and then you know people that are drinking and you can condemn them, or you can give them this advice that's not asked for. And so this Stitch energy was being told to not bite off more than he could chew. And he was listening to that. He wasn't, but he was still indulging. So this is in 2026 energy moving forward. So with the rebel as well in the Osho Zen Tarot, it's the Emperor is the rebel. And it shows him with this beautiful phoenix on his shoulder. And he looks like an ancient Chinese long mustache that goes into his really long beard and long hair. And he's breaking free from the chains on his ankles. And there's just this freedom to it as to certain laws that are meant to be broken. And I'll often see the laws of this land and the laws of the universe. They're not in agreement. And yet the laws of the universe, you are safe within those laws. And so there is something of stepping out of the box, stepping out of the comfort zone. Patience also is very important before stepping out in a certain, so there's a There's a don't be hasty with the rebel. There's a mindset with the rebel. You're not doing things to be a rebel, and yet certain things are asking you to step out of the box, which can feel rebellious. And stitch energy is now in gravity, moving out of our view. And now that he is gone, these balls are going back into full shape. They're respawning into a whole. And there's another chapter. So we're just going to keep floating. And now these balls have a different physics to them. It's almost like they are floating in the water, and yet I don't see water, but it's just kind of like they're like a buoy on the ocean. And it feels like we're in the water as well. We're still floating, but it feels like we're about up to our upper chest, and our arms are kind of hovering above the water, but it's cosmo energy. It's like a plasma, but you don't really see the plasma, but you do sense a denser bottom, and then at your shoulders, your arms, your neck, and your head are in a lighter place. You're just kind of weaving in and out of these cushy balls, and they too are half in the density and half out. And so I feel with our body, this is representing the north and south node. That of the dragon, our mind being the head, and our body being the tail, our mind being the future, and our tail being the past. And so we are stopping at a red ball. So this is feeling like the root chakra. We're just going to enter this red ball. So what is it that you wish to bring into this reality? What version of you and what surroundings, if you could paint a picture in another realm, Now bring it into this root chakra ball. And Gaia is right below your feet. You want to anchor this vision, this desire into your reality. And then you'll fill the inside of this ball with white light, and then a ring of blue around the white light, and that solidifies your request. You can also put the year 2026, or if you're doing this in a different year, you would put that year inside the white and the blue ring. And allow that white light and blue ring to mist away, dissipate. You start to see clear again. You're going to move out of this ball, back into the dark blue. You may see something or sense something in front of you, and that can be a good indicator of something coming towards you this year, in the near future. And breathing in. You can have a sigh. And breathing in, breathing out. Feeling very heard, feeling very seen, feeling very supported. So it is. One more breath coming back into your body. You'll want to drink some water. And get excited for the year to come.